Frustrated by forgetfulness or mood swings? You're not imagining things. Your daily soda habit might be sabotaging your brain more than you think. In fact, 87% of older adults who regularly consume sugary or diet sodas report symptoms like brain fog, irritability, and memory lapses, but never realize the connection. Stick with me for the next 5 minutes, because what I'm about to reveal could fundamentally change how your brain functions over the next 30 days. One woman at day 17 described her transformation as like flipping on a light switch. Her memory returned with astonishing clarity. But before we get to her story, let's unpack what happens to your brain when you finally stop drinking soda. There are 3 powerful stages of recovery you'll go through, and each week unlocks something new. Week 1, detox and dopamine reset, days 1 to 7. The very moment you stop the artificial sweeteners and high fructose corn syrup, your brain begins a detox unlike anything you felt before. Scientists refer to this as neurochemical rebalancing. Why? Because those sugary and sweet tasting sodas overstimulate your dopamine receptors, the reward chemical that gives you a quick mood lift. Over time, your brain becomes desensitized, needing more and more just to feel normal. Once you quit, your dopamine levels drop sharply. You might feel tired, sluggish, even emotionally flat. It's not in your head, it's your brain adjusting. Expect mild withdrawal symptoms, similar to caffeine, headaches, irritability, and cravings. But here's the twist. By day 5 to 7, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your natural reward system slowly reboots. You may laugh more genuinely, find yourself enjoying small joys like the taste of fresh fruit or the comfort of a good conversation, without artificial stimulation. The real secret comes at 1:30 in the video version. Don't skip ahead. Comment reset if you've ever noticed your mood collapse when soda's not around. Week 2, inflammation down, focus up, days 8 to 14. Your brain isn't just recovering chemically, it's beginning to repair on a cellular level. During the second week, chronic inflammation starts to decrease, especially in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Excess sugar and artificial sweeteners trigger oxidative stress, a process that literally causes neurons to rust from the inside. In one 2022 case study, a 68-year-old man who eliminated sodas showed a 40% reduction in inflammation markers in his cerebrospinal fluid after just 14 days. That's not just lab talk. He reported clearer dreams, faster thought recall, and a sense of mental lightness he hadn't felt in years. By the end of week 2, you may notice better verbal memory, improved focus while reading or watching documentaries, and even smoother conversations. You'll be able to follow storylines better, absorb new info faster, and track thoughts with more clarity. Most people miss step number 3 here. I'll explain why shortly, but for now, ask yourself, is soda worth risking your brain's flexibility? Week 3, learning comes back online, days 15 to 21. This is the exciting part. Your brain's synaptic plasticity starts to normalize. That term may sound technical, but it simply means your brain is regaining its ability to learn, adapt, and form new memories. If you've been dealing with brain fog, mental sluggishness, or struggling to stay focused on new tasks, this is where things start to turn. You might suddenly breeze through crossword puzzles or learn the steps of a new dance or hobby faster than usual. Try this micro test. Read a short poem or challenging paragraph every morning, then recall it at night. Track your score for 3 days. You'll be surprised at your improvement. Remember that woman I mentioned earlier? On day 17, after being soda-free for just over 2 weeks, she said her memory came back like magic. She no longer needed sticky notes for errands, and more importantly, she felt fully present with her grandkids, something she hadn't experienced in years. That emotional presence, it's priceless. Week 4, executive function supercharged, days 22 to 30. This is where things come full circle. By the final week, the prefrontal cortex, the brain's CEO, is back online in full force. This region governs executive function, your ability to plan, prioritize, regulate emotions, and make thoughtful decisions. Without the sugar crashes or artificial sweetener spikes, cortisol levels begin to stabilize. Sleep deepens, REM cycles return. You may find yourself less reactive, more patient, and more emotionally steady. In one observational study of adults over 60, participants who quit soda for 30 days showed a 25% boost in verbal recall and a 33% reduction in irritability. Imagine solving problems faster, remembering names, and keeping your cool in stressful moments, all without lifting a single dumbbell or taking a pill. Just 30 days of quitting soda did what years of supplements couldn't. That's not hype, it's neurobiology. Cold turkey versus gradual cutback, which is better? Let's address a crucial decision. Should you quit soda cold turkey or taper off gradually? Option A, cold turkey, gives you faster results. The dopamine reset begins immediately, and you'll see benefits quicker, but it often comes with intense withdrawal symptoms. Headaches, fatigue, mood swings, even flu like feelings aren't uncommon. Option B, tapering off. Cutting down to one soda per day, then replacing weekends with sparkling water, tends to be gentler. You'll avoid the worst symptoms, but progress may be slower. Here's what works for most. Begin by substituting every second soda with a healthier option like mineral water infused with lemon or magnesium powder. If you're experiencing brain fog, sip on herbal teas like ginseng or rosemary, both shown to enhance cognition. And if withdrawal gets tough, remember, this is temporary discomfort for long-term gain. Want to speed things up? Do this. Yes, there are ways to accelerate your brain's recovery. First, nourish it. Add omega-3 rich foods like salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts. Take a daily B complex vitamin and magnesium supplement. Fermented foods like kimchi, yogurt, or kefir support the gut brain axis, an underrated link in cognitive recovery. But the real trick, use heistu cognitive pairing. Every time you resist a soda craving, replace it with a short brain enhancing activity, a 3-minute memory drill, breath work, or a gratitude list. This retrains your reward system to seek fulfillment in healthier ways. Most people forget to rewire their habits after quitting, and that's why they relapse. Another powerful real world example. Let's talk about Miguel, 65, a retired engineer who drank 2 diet sodas a day for over 30 years. He started forgetting small things, passwords, appointments, and occasionally people's names. He brushed it off as aging until he quit soda for 30 days. With the help of dietary changes and meditation, Miguel described his cognitive rebound as feeling 15 years younger. He regained his vocabulary, took up piano lessons, and even started mentoring students again. His wife told me, "It's like getting my husband back." That's the power of brain healing, once you allow it. What if you slip up? No panic, reset. It happens. You reach for a soda on day 20, maybe out of habit or curiosity. You feel a temporary buzz, then guilt. Here's the good news. It's not a failure, it's a feedback loop. That quick spike reminds your brain why you quit. Reset your system by drinking 500 milliliters of lemon water, taking a 10-minute walk, and engaging in a calming activity like journaling or light stretching. Within a few hours, your cortisol and insulin levels stabilize. Don't wait for the next Monday or the first of the month. Resume immediately. Consistency, not perfection, wins here. Final summary. What happens in 30 days after quitting soda? Days 1 to 7, dopamine recalibration, emotional ups and downs, natural joy begins returning. Days 8-14, inflammation decreases, mental clarity improves, focus sharpens. Days 15-21, brain plasticity strengthens, learning returns, memory improves. Days 22-30, deep sleep, emotional balance, stronger executive function. You've come full circle. Your brain at 60 plus is still incredibly adaptive, but only if you give it the space to heal. Ditching soda isn't a punishment, it's the gateway to mental freedom, and this is just the beginning.